Hey guys, Stephanie Kathman here to go over form checks for 21-day fix in real time, week 2, upper body. All right, so let's get right to it. The first move is like last week, you're gonna be doing rows. So just to recap, shoulders pressed down, bend over slightly, slight bend in the knees, and bring it back. Make sure that you're not moving the upper body. Squeeze that core, squeezing the shoulder blades back together, but you're gonna tap it back. Okay, so with weights, from a side angle, shoulders down and back, bring it up to the armpits and down, back and down. From the front, keep those knees in line with your ankles, back and down, back and down. Okay, move number 2 is, it's that punch like last week. We had weights, we came to the corners of the room and then straight out. You're not doing the up, you're just doing the straight out. It's gonna work that shoulder, and this should definitely be working your abs. So again, it's kind of like a boxer stance. It's like you're trying to get your ribs to your hips. So I'm not standing like completely straight up, I'm crunched just a little bit. And when you're punching, think of like reaching. It's not just, hey, it's like, ugh. Okay, so now we're gonna add in some weights. Okay, so I got my fighter stance, crunch, 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 crunch. Okay, from straight on, and that reach is really gonna be where you get a little extra ab work. Okay, then we're gonna go into push-ups. So with this one, last week we just did regular push-ups, now we're gonna do moving push-ups. Okay, so shoulders down and back, activate the lats, step it out, down and in, out, down and in. When you're moving out, hips stay squared. You shouldn't be doing all this like action. A couple different modifications are going to be, in modified form, just moving your hands out. So over and out, over and out. So I want to make it, clear that you really want to keep your upper body in correct alignment. From head down to the knees, straight line, or toes. Even when you're moving out, you want to keep everything in a straight line. You can also do like an in-between where you have a knee down, leg up, and you can alternate 30 seconds each leg. Okay, then we have a low plank to hip drop. Autumn, in my opinion, is not in the perfect form, so I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. So on your forearms, she's kind of up here just a little bit. She's kind of like got her butt up in the air a little bit, and she's got like a little bit of a bounce to it. I'm gonna tweak that. I take out the bounce. I wanna have like completely flat. So what I'm going to be teaching, shoulders down, you see how flat I am? So I'm thinking shoulders down, chest up, and I'm just touching that hip, and it's like I'm really focused on pressing down my shoulders. So when I say like chest up, you don't want to be sunken in, like chest up, shoulders down and back, brings the chest up. So from a front angle, shoulders down and back, I'm not allowing my face or my chest or my shoulders to do any movement. It's literally a rotation at my core. All right, so from a side angle again, shoulders pressed down and back. There is a slight pause in the middle. And that is your plank. If you're wondering what to do with modification, honestly, I would drop down to my knees and I would hold a modification. You can like step out with your hands. Cat provides a modification, but it is going to be down on your knees. Okay, then we have curl to press. So with this one, we just did it alternating last week. There's not a whole lot to explain here. We did alternating curl to press last week. So this week, you're gonna do together. Make sure on the shoulders, you're not bringing your shoulders up. Shoulders pressed down, that's gonna activate your core. Make sure on this one, when you have 2 weights, people tend to arch. They arch to get that shoulder press up. No, if you need to, if anything, take a split stance. So there should be no movement in your upper body. So from the side, roll the shoulders down and back, up, and down. There is no movement in my upper body. I'm not swinging. I'm very fixed. Shoulders pressed down. If you find that you start moving, great. Do a split stance. So it's a little heavy for me right now. Let me drop down and wait so I can actually show you in slow motion. So, and you guys, it's okay to drop weight. You just saw I dropped weight. Like, I could tell my form was struggling there. So, you know, this is a little too much drop in weight, but from the side, press the shoulders down as you squeeze up. Okay. Then we're gonna go into the second round. So with this one, I love that she really squeezes in a lot of lower body work. You're gonna do a hip up. You're just gonna stay in this position and do the pullover. So with this, rotate those hips under. You guys, that is going to burn your butt. So rotate the hips under, and it's kind of like you're trying to bring your heels to your butt, but they're not moving. So it's like I'm trying to push my heels to my butt, but they're not moving on the floor. And rotate under, and you're doing your pullover. So with the pullover, shoulders down, keep your core very stable, shoulders pressed down to isolate the back, like without any weight. My hamstrings, my glutes are on fire. So I'm not gonna go in depth over the pullover. We talked about it last week. Okay, then you have a plank to rotating press. We talked about this last week. The only change in this week is that you're just gonna do one side at a time. So you're in plank, you're bringing the weight up, controlled, and just repeat. So we talked about this in depth last week. I'm not gonna cover that again. Okay, then we have a glute bridge chest press. So with this one, this is again, such a good move. Okay, so you're up in that bridge that I just explained. One leg up, one leg down. And you're just gonna do one leg for 1 minute, and then on the second round, you'll do the other leg. So the glute bridge that I explained with the pullover, same idea, you guys. So if you're doing this correctly, like you should have rotate under, like you're trying to pull your heel to your butt, but it's not moving. Come down, don't let your hips drop, and up. Pressing those shoulders down, weight is over your chest, core is tight. Such a good move. Okay, then we have a scissor where you're gonna do one side at a time. So you're just doing the scissor. We talked about this last week. So again, it's not really your elbow coming in, it's your shoulder coming in. So we talked about that last week. Tricep kickbacks. This one, we did one arm at a time last week. This time you're gonna do 2 arms together. Slight bend in the knees, squeeze the butt. Arms should be parallel. Squeeze it at the very end. Slow and controlled. Nothing moves. And that is your upper body workout. It's killer, it's great, I love it. Have fun with it.